Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, released in 2015, is the ninth installment in the famous Metal Gear franchise. It was also the final project of Hideo Kojima working at Konami. The game features a third-person perspective and is set in an open world which can be explored either on foot or by various modes of transportation. Set in the year 1984, the game features two different regions, the Soviet-occupied Afghanistan and the Angola-Zaire border region. The story in this one picks up after the events of Ground Zeroes, where the MSF was completely destroyed. You play as Big Boss, who wakes up from a 9-year long coma and he finds himself leading a new mercenary group called Diamond Dogs. The central theme of the story is revenge, and it features several supernatural elements as well. You have familiar faces like Kaz Miller. You have a truly menacing villain, Skullface. You are gonna run into a mute sniper and assassin with supernatural abilities named Quiet. Though earlier hostile, she turns into a valuable ally later. The story also features two superhumans as well, the third child and a man on fire who's like literally on fire, just like the Human Torch from the Fantastic Four. Then towards the end of the story, you're gonna be fighting against this giant monstrous Metal Gear called the Sahelanthropus. The story also has an amazing twist towards the end, and yeah, there is also a really cool revelation about Quiet. And you are also gonna run into a younger Liquid Snake in the story. The story plays out in episodes, and it tries to do a lot actually, and ends up being a really confusing one in the process. The story definitely has its moments and the twists are really cool, but overall it is really confusing and hard to understand in simple words. But the gameplay more than compensates for that. The game doesn't hold your hands in any way. You can go the stealth route or you can choose to go guns blazing. You have both the options and you have tons of toys for both the strategies. Stealth is obviously the preferred way as it is primarily a stealth title, but you can choose to go in guns blazing if you want to. But taking out an entire base without alerting the enemies is the most thrilling experience in this title, and it is like really fun. The game encourages you to progress without killing using non-lethal weapons such as tranquilizer darts to subdue enemies, but you can totally choose to ignore that and go guns blazing if you want to. Both the strategies work flawlessly, but stealth is actually the better option and the fun one too. You have binoculars for recon and to mark targets, then you have all sorts of stealth based items such as cardboard boxes and decoys. Then you have non-lethal weapons, and following that you have all sorts of lethal weapons, sniper rifles, submachine guns, assault rifles with various types of scopes and whatnot, and suppressors and everything, rocket launchers and everything that you can imagine is present, and every weapon is fun to use, and the gun design and the weapon sounds are fantastic. Then you also have a few AI companion buddies present as well. In the buddies list you have Quiet, whom I've already mentioned earlier, providing recon and sniper support. Then you have a horse called D-Horse, capable of wearing armor and hiding Snake during travel. Then you have D-Walker, a manned highly agile mobile weapons platform that can provide heavy weapon support. And then finally you have D-Dog, a wolf pup race to assist you in the field. He has the ability to detect enemies and also provides distraction. You have the ability to order your buddies and they are gonna comply. These buddies, they provide amazing flavor to an already outstanding gameplay. Then the game also features a base building system that allows you to develop weapons and items from your headquarters, the mother base. The ability to recruit enemy soldiers and prisoners is available, allowing the base to grow through organization. While out on a mission, you can scan enemies to learn about their stats and choose to recruit them after tranquilizing them. In order to extract them, you're gonna have to use the surface to air recovery system present in this title called the Fulton. Using the recovery system costs GMP, which is like an in-game currency. This currency can also be used for upgrading mother bases, defenses and technology, and can be collected from objects found all over the map such as rough diamonds, shipping containers and special blueprint boxes, as well as by sending recruited soldiers on combat missions around the world. The recovery system that I mentioned earlier can also be used to extract weapons and vehicles etc. from the field, and every action is gonna cost GMP. You can invest the GMP that you earn on your appearance and abilities along with weapons and equipments for yourself as well as your AI companions and vehicles etc. along with your base, which is like really cool. You can get several types of modifications for your prosthetic arm, which is like super cool. You can also request your mother base for chopper support or calling in an airstrike on a particular area. For traversal in the open world, you have the horse, then you have D-Walker, and then you can also use jeeps and trucks, and the driving mechanics are nice actually. The open world doesn't have much going on since these are deserted regions and all the action takes place at enemy bases. The game features a day and night cycle that runs in real time, and then you have a dynamic weather system present as well, featuring stuff such as sandstorms and rain, affecting the gameplay environments by reducing visibility or masking the sound of footsteps. The gameplay is ridiculously fun as it doesn't hold your hands in any way. The game design doesn't punish you for your choices, but yeah, if you end up killing too many enemies, you're gonna be covered in blood and you're gonna have a horn that'll grow out of your head. And yeah, I mean a literal horn, black colored horn. The mission design can definitely get a bit repetitive as you're gonna be going back to the same bases over and over again for missions, but your strategies are gonna keep things fresh and the enemy AI is gonna adapt to your strategies. So yeah, it's always gonna be a new experience, except for the location. Though the game features a decent amount of enemy bases out there in the open world, but once you've seen them all, it definitely gets a bit boring to go back to those bases again and again for mission after mission. But every time you go back to a base that you've already visited before, you are gonna have some new gear and you are definitely gonna want to try it. And yeah, that is gonna change your strategy and the enemy AI is gonna behave differently towards you. So that definitely keeps things fresh. But yeah, the base locations, they do get a bit boring. The game actually expects you to be a bit creative and it wants you to, check out the new stuff that you've unlocked. And if you don't do that, you are definitely gonna find it getting boring really quickly. But even if you for some reason are not into that creative gameplay, this title will give you hours of sheer entertainment before you reach that boredom limit, as it has a lot of fun stuff and it is a title that is totally worth checking out. Another huge plus point of this title is that it is really inclusive, and what I mean by that is that it is incredibly well optimized on the PC. This game is not groundbreaking in terms of graphics, but it looks really good and the sound design is just fantastic. You have amazing stealth gameplay, you're gonna be interrogating enemies and stuff, and even if you don't like stealth, you can totally go in guns blazing and have a great time. And the enemy AI is also just fantastic. They are always gonna adapt to your strategies and will always pose a decent challenge. The story is definitely a weakness, but it has its moments too. The dialogues are cool and kind of over the top, and then you also have some really cool cutscenes. So you can totally debate about the story, but the gameplay is phenomenal and the optimization on the PC is just incredible. The game looks and sounds great and is jam-packed with content. It oozes AAA value and is totally worth checking out. And if you are looking for something nice to play, definitely check out the video I made featuring a list of 5 really underrated games. And thank you very much for watching. Peace out.